So, hi, Judith. It's so nice to connect with you. And you are one of the practitioners who is working with Colournostics in your practice. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're using it and what the feedback is of your clients?
Great. Lovely to see you again, Thelma. And yes, I can vouch for the Colournostics. I was just saying to somebody the other day that, in fact, this is one of the few boxes and techniques that I've bought in a box that I use with every client. And I'm not kidding, it's every client. If they're an initial client, I will go through before I do the kinesiology work, and I will use it either a full session, which going through all of the 5 different sections, or just a very quick one. You're now using 1 and 3, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I find that really works well. But it's honestly, it has completely revolutionized my clients in the clinic. And not only that, but during the session that we, these last 2 months, I've been using it regularly online.
Yeah.
I have, what I do is to send my client a photograph that I took of all of the colors, making sure that they were all absolutely correct. And then I just send them that through and then ask them the questions, read out the lists from
Yeah.
each page.
Yeah.
And no kidding, it's just brilliant.
Yes. And how, so what does it give you? Does it give you more insight, or is it more helpful for the client themselves?
Both. In fact, it gives me more of an insight, and that will give me the opening to actually get deeper into some things. Because sometimes I say, well, how are you feeling about such and such? And they say, don't know. And yet, by using a Colournostics toolkit, I'm able to just find out exactly. And they go, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that I was actually feeling like that. Yes. But it just works so clearly. And then the other thing is that sometimes, as I say, it can stand as a standalone thing. And in fact, the first time I used it online, I used it with a client who is in the travel industry, and she was very concerned and still is concerned about where she's going. But we came up with a bright idea after seeing what was required in her life. We came up with this bright idea, and she's already tested it out. And so she's opening up to a possible new, maybe part-time little business. So that is great. And as I say, she's actually even tested it out and it's working well.
Oh, that's so good to hear, because it is indeed a tool to open up clients to tap into layers within themselves, what often is quite a challenge for a practitioner, to get there to that point where the client actually has to come up with their own solutions, because we can only help them. Is that also what you have experienced, that you're actually guiding them through getting their own solutions?
Absolutely, yeah. But with the suggested wording, that's what can make such a huge difference to the clients, because sometimes when we are under stress, we can close down and we just, if I say, well, how are you feeling? Oh, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling disappointed. I mean, those are all very good words, and feelings. However, it's very important to get deep down as to, well, why are we feeling like this? And then we can get far further and get down into the true emotion that's actually hidden underneath. So it gives that ability to open up the client in a very safe and it's an opening, I think, that really can make such a difference to clients. And also, when they're looking at the wording, they are then taken away. It's a little bit like when you're driving along, you can often have a better conversation with somebody if you're sitting side by side in a car or something like that, because you're not actually face to face. And with this Colournostics, we're both looking at the pages and we're going, oh, well, that's a surprise. I hadn't thought about that. And it really opens up conversations far more deeply.
Okay. And have you experienced that it helps your own work, so you are more effective or more to the
Definitely,
point.
definitely. And I think as a therapist too, not only does it help my work with the clients, it also helps me, because if I'm feeling a slightly unbalanced or something like that, I'll think, well, hang on a second here, look at the colors, and then go in and go, oh, and it just completely speeds up my own understanding of what's going on with myself as well. So it can be a real double sort of benefit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that feedback. Is there anything else you want to share?
To be quite honest, if I was to choose one technique, one toolbox or something like that, that I would travel with, this would be it. Not a shadow of doubt, because it's so easy. All I need are is just the images, and the book is not that heavy, and it's just fabulous. Wouldn't
Oh,
be without it, Thelma. So I'm so pleased I came across it.
good. Thank you so much. Thank you for your feedback. Thanks.